Hey everyone, welcome if you're new here. My name is Missy and this is Tarot with No Filters. If you're returning, I am so happy to have you back. And don't forget to like and subscribe to all notifications if you haven't already. Also, feel free to leave me a comment down below and let me know what's resonating for you. So y'all, let me just start this one out by saying trigger warning. For some of y'all, it might be a trigger warning. As you can see in the title, this one is going to be about how your family is viewing you at this time. Now for this one, you can see I already got the cards out because I got this message, but I wasn't sure which decks to use. So I had to meditate on it for a minute, and then I came up with 3 decks, y'all. So I got the cards out, 5 cards from each deck, and we're going to go over them. Now let me start by saying, it's giving a vibe. The overall vibe is that you don't fuck with this family. It's like you don't fuck with these people. It's giving a vibe like you could be the black sheep or you disappeared on these folks. So some of y'all might have moved out of city or out of your home city, out of your home state, or wherever your family stay, you don't stay there. It feels like at the very least you're in a different city or a whole different neighborhood or something. Now we got key on a ring. Many options, unconventional, one night stand, string alone. Not all the words matter so much. So I ain't gonna read all of them. I'm just reading ones that matter really. If they do. Sunglasses. Watching, looking, perception, stalking. Now those words matter. Old school. Outdated thinking, conditioning, replaying events over in your head. Keep this in mind, y'all. We're gonna read this again because keep this in mind. This card is important. Old school, outdated thinking, conditioning, replaying events over in your head. Poker face, taking a chance, risk and options, not showing hand, gambling. Clearly I'm reading through the camera. And backstabbing, heartbreaking pain, separation and loss, deception and lies, shocking attack. So yeah, it's giving a vibe that y'all don't fuck with this family. You could either be the black sheep and that's why you disappear, or something happened in the family. For some of you, it could have been a funeral that showed you who people really was and you stopped talking to these people, the majority of them. You could have like a couple of cousins or something that you talk to, but I feel like the majority of your family, like at least 90%, you don't fuck with. Now as far as how they see you, so your family feel like you like the world is your oyster. Like you got so many options that you could do whatever you want to do. And we seen sunglasses next to that. So I feel like these people that you're not talking to is watching you. Like they keeping tabs on you. They're trying to keep up with your life. Some of them might live vicariously through you, but they'll never tell you. It's giving a vibe that you are a free spirit, or if you're not a free spirit, you are just somebody that is open to learn and explore and to experience different surroundings other than where you grew up. And I feel like some of your family members may be a little bothered by that, because in the middle and next what we seen was old school, which I told you that card was important. Outdated thinking, conditioning, replaying events over in your head. So I feel like for most of you, you probably feel like your family has some outdated thinking, or they are conditioned to think a certain way, possibly from a generation that came along in the 60s. That generation could have conditioned your family into a mindset that you don't agree with, especially if you're a woman and you don't agree with the way the other women, the older women in your family think, especially when it comes to relationships. So you could, or even if it's like not just relationships, but for some of you, I'm hearing like it could be names. Like, take it as it resonates. I don't know how many people know about this, but black people know about this. And a lot of black families is this thing about when you name your kids to give your kid a white name so it's easier for them to get a job, as if they ain't gonna show up black, but whatever. And so for some of you, that could have been a thing in your family where maybe you were having kids, or maybe there was a big thing in your family about when you have kids to give them, if you black, to give them a whiter name so they can have a better opportunity, or your family feel like that, or you just feel like your family got an old way of thinking, or maybe they're really they used to be on top of you about a certain career field. Like for some of you, the example I'm getting is there could be a lot of nurses in your family. Like maybe your grandma was a nurse, your mom was a nurse, and now they want you to be a nurse, but you don't even want to be a nurse. Some of y'all don't even like the sight of blood, for real. But they want you to be a nurse because that's what everybody else is doing. Or if it's not nursing, it's something like that where it could be there's a family field or a family career. Some of you could be law or the police force or the service, where it's like every other people, your elders have done it already, and so now they're just automatically expecting you to be on the same shit, but you're not interested in that. It's like you feel like you got options, and they see you as unconventional because you think different than the rest of these people, which is why I feel like you had to separate from them. You have a different way of thinking, and then some of them think you weird or just being, they just think you way out there, but it's like I feel like you just may have had more experiences than these people. For some of you, you could have also went away to college, and that was like the start of you having different experiences. And also, if you went away to college, you could have had some family members that were nervous about you leaving or told you it was a terrible idea for you to leave or were against it. It could have even been your parents. But again, poker face, taking a chance, risks and options, not showing hands. So people feel like you are up for taking a risk. I feel like you take calculated risks though, but people think you just take crazy risks, or like your family do. And I feel like the reason they feel like that is because they have outdated thinking. It's like they set on one way of doing things or one way of living, or you either work or get a job. Like maybe it's some, like I'm getting an example too. Some of you might want to be a YouTuber, and so like when you tell them you want to be a YouTuber or something with social media that's unconventional from the way they grew up, they got a problem with that. Like, what do you mean a YouTuber? You need a real job type shit. Like that's the energy I'm getting. If it's job related. The next one was backstabbing, heartbreak, pain, separation, and loss. That's what I'm saying. Y'all separated from some of these people because y'all could have felt like you wouldn't get no support from them because of the way you thought or the way you lived your life. But you could have also found that these people would come around for financial support from you, even though they didn't support you in things. You could have also dealt with some type of backstabbing in your family, like a family member could have slept with somebody that you was with, or trigger warning, very specific. For some of you, you could have had a situation where you were abused in some way and family members or a family member didn't believe you and you had a falling out. That was like a shocking attack for you because maybe you didn't see it coming from that person. That won't be for everybody. Take it as it resonates, leave the rest. Now y'all finna tell y'all why these cards are important. We're going to the next 5. I swear some of the same shit came out in a whole nother deck. First one, the runner. Runner in a codependent relationship, fear, intimacy, listening to ego. So they see you as the runner, but it's not a codependent relationship, or it could be codependent. Like these people could be codependent on you. Some of them, especially some of y'all, it could be your mom or your parents that was codependent on you as well. Karmic relationship, fleeting, triggers, turmoil, resentment, lessons, letting go, and loving you. See what I'm saying? Or same shit we've been talking about. Now y'all, earlier I told you, old school, that card was important. How about this card say the exact same shit? Cassette. And if you notice, this card got what on it? Cassettes. So for some of you, you could have been born in the 80s, or cassettes or music on cassettes to be significant. For some of you, you could have recently found some cassettes in your house, or you could be moving out of your parents' house and found a box of cassettes or something, but that could be significant. It also could be significant to you going to college. But these cards say the same shit. 2 different decks. The exact same shit. Outdated thinking. Conditioning. Replaying events over in your head. So for some of you, there was some type of family event. Like it could have been the death of a matriarch or somebody like a head of a family, or some type of funeral that like could have broke up the family. And you separated from these people because you got to see who people really was. Others of you, it's like the mindset of this family you had to get away from. Like they had outdated thinking and they didn't support you because you didn't think like them, you didn't move like them, they didn't support your differences. Or for some of you, very specific, it could be that also that you are bisexual or homosexual or gay or whatever you want to call it. And so they could have had a problem with that, and so you separated from your family. The next one is camera. Reminiscing, keepsake, perception. Learn from the past, make memories. And then we had acts. Breakup, separation, stop the pattern, silent treatment, abandonment, which is under backstabbing, which also says separation. So that's 2 times heavy on the separation. That's what I'm saying. Y'all don't really fuck with these people like that. Or if you do, you might check in when somebody's sick or when something happening or holidays or something like that. Or maybe you got a cousin or two or one aunt or a couple of family members that you talk to. But for the most part, you don't talk to these people. You have in the relationships, and you could have stopped some type of pattern, like family patterns. For some of you, it got something to do with like you having a situation and people didn't believe you. But it's like you gave these people solid treatment or you ghosted these people, but they still watching you, trying to keep tabs on you, see what you up to. For some of you, it's like you only talk to your mom sparingly, and that's the only family member you talk to, and she go back and tell them the little bits and pieces that you give her. Oh, I forgot to go over the bottom of the deck. So the first bottom of the deck was talking. Interested, awaiting messages, text calls, emails, talking more. So yeah, it's giving a vibe that these people are talking about you actively right now. Like they are talking about, maybe not at the moment that you're watching this video, but like within a day, within this week, these people are talking about you and what you up to. They could be checking your social media real heavy right now too as well, to try to see what you're doing. But it's like they're talking about you possibly because they ain't heard from you in a minute. On the bottom of the pink deck was hammer. Sabotage, rebuilding, interrogation, repetitive, persistent, working on it. For some of you, you could have ended it with these family members because you could have been the person that tried to make it work in the past. Like you could have gave multiple chances to disrespectful people or multiple chances to family members that didn't deserve it, and you got tired of that shit and you moved around. And it's like once you finally said no, or you finally stopped trying to be the team player in whatever situation, or trying to be family is all we got or family first, it's like now you the bad guy or the bad girl. And so people feel some type of way because you stopped trying with them. But it's giving the vibe that you gave them many chances before you stopped trying. Or they went against you, or they didn't believe in you, or they didn't fuck with you like that because of your way of thinking was so different than theirs. Next deck, we got the Hermit card. Seven of Wands, Four of Wands in the reverse, the Knight of Swords, and the Three of Wands in reverse. So yeah, it's giving a vibe that because mind you, the Hermit is under the Runner and Key on the Ring, which is unconventional. It's like you disappear on these people and they feel like you're a hermit. So it's like that's why they're trying to watch you, keep tabs on you, because don't nobody really know what you want. It's like they could be making up stuff or guessing, but either way they're not quite sure. And like maybe, like I said, for some of you still talk to your mom or some people in the family where you tell them a little bit but not too much, because you know they're gonna tell these other family members you don't want them all in your business and shit. But it's like they trying to they feel like you a hermit and you just really not fucking with nobody, or you didn't pull back from everybody because you're the runner from this family, and so they try to keep tabs on you and see what you up to. Because for some of you, some of them is wait for you to fail. Like, they feel like you falling into a black fucking hole. Or it's like it's like they think that you're going to be, whatever new adventure you on is going to be doomed. Like, if you moved out of state, it's like you're going to get robbed or something terrible going to happen, is what they assume. But it's giving a vibe that's not what it's going to be. That's just how they seeing it because of their outdated thinking about whatever the situation is. Now the Seven of Wands it's giving a vibe, and it's under karmic relationships. It's like these relationships are very challenging, which is why they're now just able to watch you. And for most of you, I feel like for most of these family members, you probably got them blocked on social media, and so they might be watching you through fake pages, or maybe they can only see like public posts or something like that. Like they just not on your friends list. But it's like you was tired of struggling with these people in these relationships, and I feel like it could have even been a situation where some of the people you were struggling with about how you move in life or how you live your life is also some of the same people that you was helping. So it's like you complaining about my life and how I live or how I move, but you don't have no problem asking me for money or asking me for assistance. Make it make sense. And so it's like you got tired of struggling with these family members and these people, and so now all they can do is watch you and stalk you, try to see what you're up to. Next to that was the Four of Wands reverse. So it's like once you separated from the conflict and all the issues you dealt with this family, it's like now you have gained some type of inner peace. For some of you, it could have been 10 plus years since you talked to a lot of these family members, and they still is watching your ass, trying to see what you up to. Some of you have gotten married since then. They a little salty. They didn't get invited to the wedding, but you felt like it would have been some drama, or they would have started some drama, or they wouldn't have been genuinely happy for you anyway. But it's like you felt like you got a lack of support from these people because, and that's exactly what it said too, a lack of support from these people because they outdated thinking. And that's why you separated from them. Like you got tired of trying to explain to them who you were or get them to have, it's like you don't have to understand it, but at the very least respect it. And it's given a vibe that for some of you, whatever the situation was, people couldn't respect your differences. Or they tried to change you. Especially like it could have been somebody older in the family, like a grandmother or a grandpa. They tried to change your mindset, or they thought it was just a phase or some shit. Whatever it is you doing or was doing. But they see you as very ambitious and action oriented regardless of what they say. That's why the Knight of Wands is out here. It's like you go against the grain, or you go against our fears, or the shit we tell you ain't gonna work out. It's like you go and do it anyway. And so they notice that, and like I said earlier, some of them live vicariously through you, and they won't tell nobody. They like to watch, especially like it's giving advice some younger cousins that aren't old enough to have a voice of their own. They watch you on social media if they're not allowed to talk to you for some reason, or they don't get to see you too often because you in a different state or you travel or something. It's like they live vicariously through you, and you give them hope that they can do something different than what is available and wherever they currently live with their parents or with your family that you don't deal with. It's also giving a vibe that you could be a social justice warrior, like somebody that stands up for your beliefs. And you could have arguments or turmoil with this family member for that, or these family members because of that, because you stood up for your beliefs. Or you could have, I think I said that earlier, like you could have got in arguments with family members or like a mother or a grandma because you wanted to move out of state for college, or because you wanted to move out of state, period. And they just, like maybe you wanted to move to a bigger city that they, like Chicago or New York, and they thought it was going to be dangerous or something, and say that they were against it, but you decided to do it anyway. It's giving a vibe that's just how you move. But these people, like I was saying, it's giving a vibe that they feel like some of them feel like you're going to fall in a black hole, or you just going to move to this new state or do this new thing and be homeless and end up destitute or some shit. It's like you're going to fail at it. It's just what they assume it. And it has that assumption has nothing to do with you. They assuming that because of their own outdated thinking, because that's the middle of the read, and it's on here twice that they got outdated thinking. And they conditioned to think a certain way. So they condition it is making them feel like you're going to fail because you're doing something different than what is the norm. Like for some of you could work somewhere where people typically work at like a warehouse, and they think that's a good job and that's what you should do, or go to school and get a degree, or go into the nursing field, the medical field, because there's always work or something like that. It's like the people around you or your community at the time, because I feel like you're not around them now, but your community wanted you to follow the same path everybody else did, but you want to take your own path. And people had a problem with that. They felt some type of way about that. Bottom of the deck for the tarot is the Empress. No, I'm sorry. That's the Seven of Pentacles. But the fact that I'm thinking Empress, because I was thinking about that earlier. For some of you could be pregnant. And you could have had an argument with somebody about the baby's name, or like maybe people feel like your baby's name is gonna make it hard for them to have opportunities or something like that. Yeah, somebody is pregnant, because the reason I'm thinking Empress is because I'm looking at this thing that this person got on. But this is the Nine of Pentacles. What I'm talking about. But I don't. What's underneath that? Uh, Four of Cups reverse. Yeah, for some of you, you could have had a disagreement with somebody during your pregnancy, or a family member during your pregnancy, about what you wanted to name the child, or maybe even the child's last name, and y'all had a falling out about that shit, and then you're not talking no more. Or they could have said something way left field during that conversation that hurt your feelings, like it was like shocking to you that you didn't see it coming from this person. Or maybe you found out in this argument that somebody was really jealous of you. But it's like, regardless of what these people think is going to happen for you, or regardless of what they think about how you live your life or your choices, it's like, at the end of the day, you going to see the fruits of your labor. It's like, you going to live in luxury. You're going to be self-sufficient, and you're going to be financially stable, and you are going to outshine the light that you currently have. But you are going, how am I trying to say it? It's like, whatever idea that they have in their mind of how you gonna end up because of whatever moves or whatever moves you make, or however, whatever kind of thinking you have, it's like your life is gonna end up 10 times better. I feel like you're gonna end up in a better position than these people because of how you think, or your unconventional thinking. And like I said earlier, it's some younger cousins that ain't old enough to have a voice in your family that watch you though, and they live vicariously through you. They learn from you, and they watch you, and they gonna grow up and do some of the different shit too, because they see, or they're going to see, you end up being successful from it. So it's like, even though your family was against it, they was listening, but it turns out that your family wasn't right about it, because they're gonna see you gain the fruits of your labor. If it's not, and then because I was seeing the Empress in my mind, if it's not that you are pregnant, it's like you're building something, or you're birthing something that is going to give you financial stability. And it's kind of like, I'm hearing I told you so, or it's like you gonna get the satisfaction of being right, or following your thought process, versus conforming to the norm, or conforming to whatever your parents or your family or your community expected you to do. It's like you gonna win by doing whatever it is you are led to do, versus what they want you to do. And they still gonna be talking about it. But yeah, y'all, I'm gonna leave it right here. 23 on the timer. So if you resonate with this one, leave me a comment down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you need a personal, check the description box. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.